So I wanted to quickly go over some of my charts today before market closes in about an hour here. I'm in Central Time Zone, by the way. So with Bitcoin, we are still pretty much in this big range. We try to dip below, we recovered, we're tapping the top, but I do see it. I mean, you can see here we're kind of just like chopping in between here and here. So nothing like too big there. I think long term, as long as we can stay above like the monthly point of control, that to me makes me lean bullish. We did reject here in this like little zone here. I think it might be visible on the 6-month TPO profile, but here we are in the like in this section here, like this zone. This is for the quarterly profile. We tested it, rejected it, so that short term is bearish for me. So for me, I would maybe want to get back in somewhere around this section, like around this weekly TPO point of control area. You can see here it's the monthly as well. We have like 5 days, 5 or 6 days. No, June has 30 days. 5 days, right? Anyways, we have 5 or 6 days of price action for the end of the month. Right now I do see it kind of ranging here, kind of building out this like this profile here. You can see here in the 3-month, like you have like this zone here, this zone here. So if we can like build some of this section, that would be one thing I'm looking for. But for me, I'm gonna set an alert at like 105.707 or so, and see how the market reacts here. If we go to the order flow chart, let's see. Right now I'm on Delta 5K, I think. But here, if we switch it to what time frame am I in there? I'll do 30 minutes. 30 minutes. There we go. Okay. So recently you can see here we rejected off of this section up here. And that's this section up here. You can see here we rejected and we had delta divergence because of this red dot here. You can see you have a green candle. The candles are hard to see. Let me zoom in. Or actually, side box color. Can I fill it? I'll leave that for now. But here you can see you had a green candle on the 30-minute, and you had like a red dot here that shows up here that indicates you had a negative delta there. So having that in this zone right here, to me, was a like a bearish indicator, or a reason to go be bearish short term. And right now it is playing out. We'll see what happens, but this is how I'm trying to use like order flow and delta divergences in my trading. I am still fairly new to order flow charts, but I have been using them whenever I see like stuff that matches with points of control. Box color. Man, this was not the section I had, was it? Oh, I think the tick size is too small. There we go. It's a little bit better. So you can see when we rejected up here, I'm looking to see if there's any imbalances. So we had this was the candle where we had the green candle, but the negative delta. So ideally you want to see if you can see some imbalances. If I have that on, do I have that on? There we go. So imbalances are like these numbers here. So in this section here, you can see the sellers were more in control. But you have to, for me, I'm looking for things that line up in confluence. So like when I see price leave this area here, then I want to see if I can find another reason to either go short or reason why the market might reject from that area. Didn't find a whole lot here. I didn't like increase the tick size. I did not like check out the chart beforehand. But if I increase the tick size to 200, not a whole lot that I'm seeing there. This inside of the candles right now, I think it's the volume profile in there. But yeah, let me go back to the delta candles, or I'll leave it there for now, I guess. Okay, so Bitcoin for me, if we can have price accept here, I do like it to either tap this area and then like kind of build up this section here of this profile. But because we rejected off of this section, I'm looking for Bitcoin to test this section, and we'll see how that plays out this week. If we go to Ethereum, ETHUSDT, we did break down from this range. This is like a long-term like support resistance area. Long-term, is that what I'm looking for? It includes price action that goes like way back. Well, not way back actually. Looks like I didn't label it, but I know there was like price action here. This is like a big zone, kind of like this section here in this quarterly TPO. So something like that is what this drawing is based off of. You see, we went below it. We have kind of like a oddly shaped head and shoulders here. But for me, you see here the point of control shifted upwards, and now we are below it. So for me, if we stay below this point of control, like section here, if we stay below this green line, I would not be surprised if we test this section here, this 2248 like level or so. And if we can maintain price action like in this section here, let's see, template, weekly. So if we can maintain price here, like above this, like as long as we don't see a lot of closes below here, then I do like it for a move to here, to the point of control. That is the monthly point of control. You see we're in this section like below here, where most of the price action took place, right above here. So if we mark this out, let's label it monthly. Okay, so a move from here to here is what I'm looking for, like a 3% move if it does happen. If it doesn't, then you can either short it, or non-financial advice, I may short it or like buy back down here. That's like a 7% dip, and we would also get the classic like Bart Simpson type of move. So that's kind of my thoughts on ETH. until we can see price action except like above 24 or so, that's where I'm more interested in it, to reach like this upper area around 2800 or so. And as far as the TPO profiles, I think these are all imbalances. Yeah, so selling imbalances here. Let's see, do I have the delta? Yeah, so no delta divergences like near term. Oh, this is the 30-minute, that's why. I thought I was looking at the delta chart. But yeah, I'm still getting used to like the order flow profile. Let me switch back to the delta. Where's delta? Delta, sure, to 10K. Okay, this is the delta chart. So this right now, you got a candle every time you have negative or positive 10K delta. It helps you see which way the market is moving, like if the sellers are in control or the buyers are in control. So for right now, we have been seeing like a mix of positive, negative delta. Here you had a divergence in, looks like you had a green candle. Let's see, box color. Oh, okay. So we had this red dot here show up. I thought it was a delta divergence. But this candle is red. I'll have to look into that more, why that happened. But we rejected here on that section. That was, let's see, is this UTC time? 17. Yeah. So it happened around today at 13 minus 6 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 7 a.m. ish. So if we go down to the, is it here? It might be this section because we had a up move and then another up move, and that makes sense here. I might just be wrong with my time zones. But yeah, for ETH, we'll leave the order flow charts on the side. We'll open them up and see if I find anything. But right now you can see prices kind of like building out this profile here. This is delta 10K candle on Exo charts. But yeah, anyways, ETH move to the downside around here, move to the upside around here. Those are the two places I'm looking at ETH for. I have an alert set at the bottom and around the top of this section. Now if we go to Solana, okay, so Solana, I was watching it beforehand and actually went long ETH. I think at around this time where ETH didn't really do much and Solana hit the target like pretty much on the dot. So for my channel, I named it POC to POC. Whoa, that's a big tick size. Okay, because one of the moves that I like to do is get in when the point of control changes. So here you had the point of control is this green line here for the weekly. We shifted lower, then you see price accepted above it. We chopped around a little bit below it. So that's Sunday, pretty much I can show you on the weekly profile here. So it looks like that was like end of the day on Sunday. Let's see. Okay. So we went below this section. Keep in mind, around Sunday, 4 a.m., we didn't have this whole profile built. Like this whole profile was not built yet, but most of it was. And you see we went, let me take this out, below the point of control. We probably stayed around like this point of control zone, and then once we accepted above it, we did go and test out this previous developing weekly point of control, which is one of my like favorite like trading strategies that I've used. So anyways, let's go back to current time frame. Here we have Solana. We are below this weekly range. Price action has been testing the highs more often than the lows. So if we look at the order flow here, I think these dots are based on footprints. Let's see, footprints. Delta bars, trend. Yeah, T-size divergence. Anyways, I'm actually gonna turn these off for now. Okay. So here you see you have some divergences at the lows, some like positive delta. Some green candles here with a red candle in the delta candle. No, or is it? Let's see. I'm getting confused on the delta candles and the time-based candles. But anyways, here you see the green dot. Price reacted bullishly from it. Got another green dot here at like 1:41 a.m. on Wednesday the 25th, today 19:17, so a couple hours ago. And here right now you have IA negative delta building. So for me, a price level where I may be interested in Solana is this section here. So I'll draw this zone here. Template weekly. Okay, so Solana, I'd be looking to get in maybe around this section down here. If we do see price maintain like or stay within this section, this is like the monthly point of control section. So if we can stay there, you see right now we're kind of closing below it. So that's, and we have this negative, this bearish delta divergence here. So we'll see what plays out. You could go for again, not financial advice, but I may go for a short to here, or just wait till price reaches that area if it does. For a move to the upside, I would want to see maybe how price reacts at the monthly point of control around 146 or so. Because if we see something like this, tap and then reject, that to me is confirmation that we may be going down, like near term, or may see lower prices. But yeah, for the most part, that's Solana. Other stocks that I did want to talk about, let's see, one of them was uh, figs. So I think like higher time frame. If I resume, disable the weekly. There is not a whole lot of meat on the bone here per se. Do I have? Yeah, I have an alert at like this section here. It's based off this monthly developing point of control for February around 550 or so. You see the move went up to here. We had this giant wick up. And do I have figs open? Nope. So if I open figs on EXO, just gonna give it a moment to load. But figs rejected of the high. Okay. So rejection of the high. We're seeing prices go lower. No negative, no delta divergences here on the delta chart. If I go back to like the, what time frame am I in? 4 hours? Sure, let's do 4 hours. 60, 120, 240. Okay. So if we go to the 4 hour chart, here you can see this profile here had like negative, or this indicator here shows a divergence in the transaction size, I believe, like T size divergence. Yeah. So where's T size? Do I have it on here? There we go. Well, there's not a lot of data on there. Let me take it off. I don't know that I even use it, but or should keep it on. But yeah, you see, price this here was more or less a balanced profile, and here we have like a B-shaped profile with the point of control in the bottom section of the B. So that to me indicates like short-term bearishness at least. And this is the 4 hour candle. Let me go back to the delta. I really like checking out the delta candles. Let's do delta 5K. Okay, so you see here, I believe this CPL profile, this kind of like a TPO profile, it's a volume profile for the week, and on the right you have it for the month on EXO charts. You can see the monthly point of control of this profile is at 525. And if you check here, this is the monthly point of control based on like the market, what is it called? Monthly with the TPO based on the market profile and not on the volume. So 525 or so, we may get it, or we may just see the point of control shift upwards. I have my alarm set at like at 550, and we'll see what it does. Rejecting off of like here. So this is the 3 month point of control, I believe. So if I do 3 months auto manual, okay. So we were trying to test this section for this rolling, or this 3 month point of control on March. No, it went down. So see here, if you, it's kind of hard to see on stream, but this point of control, this orange line was the quarterly point of control until March 26th, and then it shifted lower like March 31st. So this was more or less almost like the point of control for the first quarter, Q1 of 2025. So we were trying to retest it here. You see this wick here. We went to this zone here and rejected off of it. template quarterly. And we rejected off of it, so we didn't quite test it. We may still see a move up, but with this wick, I'm not a big fan of, like, the risk to reward on going up isn't great. So right now, if you're looking, and again, not financial advice, but if I was looking for longs, I would wait to buy some down here, see how price consolidates in this section. Yeah, so that's figs. I may jump back in depending on how the market closes today. Let's see, another one besides figs that I was looking at. Oh, Chipotle is a good one. I did sell my call option somewhere like probably down here, I think. Rebounded, retested, or like price reacted bullishly, retested that section, and now it looks like it's going. Target wise, I do still like this section, this 57 or so. Yeah, so I might look for like a short-term trade, or more like a scalp, I guess, or like a yeah, I guess I don't know if it would be a scalp, but something for like the rest of the week. Like, I wouldn't hate if I turn on the weekly. You see here, we retested the weekly developing point of control Wednesday. That was today, yeah. A few hours ago, reacted positively. So as long as we can stay above that, I like it for 57. We have two zones here. I think for, let me see. One thing I have done is checking out like how many, let me hide this. Sure, I guess. No, let me make it. Come on. Okay. So one thing I do like looking at is seeing like how many of these like almost like zones you get in each profile. These right now are weekly profiles. So you see here you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 there. You have 2 profiles here, maybe 3 like little sections on this profile. And here you had this like empty space here, which you did have a profile here, kind of like build out price action in that area. Here you have like more or less like a P-shaped profile. And so for this week, it looks like we are on track to have like a kind of like a P or B. P as in Peter, B as in Baker, I guess. But yeah, reacted positively here. I do still like it. The risk to reward ratio isn't great up here. So we'll see what happens. If we test out, let's clone this chart and then let's check out the order flow chart. See if we can find anything there. So for Chipotle, we see price here just being bullish. We don't see on the delta 5K, we have like a negative delta divergence here, like around the open today. But doesn't look horrible. Let's see if we can find anything up here. So here, when it retested this point of control, 1230, I think it was like this section here. So what I would want to see is maybe price retest like the point of control of this candle. So that would be like this section here. So that would have been a good entry, testing the point of control of the candle that tested the weekly point of control. So like this is the point of control based on the like volume profile for this like 5K candle, which is 4:53 to 16:04. So like a 20 minutes or 10 minutes or so. You can see once we retested it, price reacted bullishly from it. But anyways, not a whole lot of things to do with coin or with CMG. I don't have any too much of to say, I guess. Coin had this magic spike up. We opened lower. You can see here when did we open higher? Was it this week? Yeah. So it looks like on Tuesday was when we had the like big news, or some big news. Maybe it was last week about Coinbase and their like stable coin. What was it? Yeah, I don't know. Just they're doing something. They filed an SEC filing for something. Um, but yeah, profile wise, let's see if we go zoom out a little bit. We're like around the highs. I think that's the all-time highs. No, that can't. Yeah, okay, that's pretty close. So Coinbase about to break all-time highs. So that's a good sign. As far as like entries go, if we do see price action go to this section, which is like 310 or so, that's this blue line here. Let me zoom in. That's this blue line here, which it looks like it was December's point of control. So that's where I would maybe want to be interested in buying. So yeah, not a whole lot of great risk reward if you're looking for longs up here. Again, not financial advice. Costco did reject off of this monthly POC. We tested this quarterly developing point of control, so that's good. We tested it. We bounced up. So yeah, not a whole lot here. It has price. Costco has been going up for a while, so if it ranges here, I think it would be good for it. Prices to maybe get in for me would be maybe this another retest of this 6-month POC around 977, and maybe I'll set an alert at the quarterly point of control and see what happens at around 1010. If we look at the order flow chart, let's see if we can find anything there. Not a whole lot. You see, like, I think this delta chart restarts at the session. Wednesday, Tuesday, yeah, okay. So here we've been having like overall like negative. I think that's CVD. A bunch of negative candles here. And if we do keep going down, I don't know where would be a good price for it to end. We already retested this quarterly POC. We may test it again. Or if I was looking to get long, I would probably buy it around market close or so. Just because with the stocks that I have looked at, I find that sometimes you do get like, once we're close to market close, we might see like this. And then tomorrow we open up here. So yeah, we'll see what Costco does. I'm not in it personally. Apple. So I did have long exposure in Apple with calls. I sold them earlier. But here you can see we haven't really closed above like the monthly POC. I mean, we did in with the 4-hour candles, but overall we're like not quite building a whole lot of price action above it. That's where I would want to get interested in. If we can see like a short term, if I do something like this, where's the composite? Okay, so here we have a composite of this section. We're up here. Make it a line. So if we can chop around here for a bit, then I do like a move up here to like 210. But the thing that's holding me back is that we have been below the the monthly point of control for a while. So if we can have some price action above it, that's what I would want to see for maybe a move higher. Otherwise, move lowers. Like we already tested this lower half, like this lower zone, like this time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go back down there, not liking my odds for bullishness here. Price to look out for would be maybe the section like 182 or so. Let's see. Any other ones I was looking at? I think Schwab was one. So Schwab still above the point of control. The monthly, quarterly, weekly. This is the 4-hour. So if I go back to the hourly, here you see we're looking okay. So yeah, we'll see what it does. Monthly point of control down here at 88. I wouldn't be surprised if we close around 88 or so. I do have some long. I had some long exposure in Schwab. I think I sold them. But yeah, let me see if I have any more thoughts on Schwab. Ow. No. Looks okay. Like not a whole lot to say here. Looks okay for bullishness. Entry wise, not great, but if we do see a move maybe to like the monthly POC, that would be a good spot to get in. Or if we do like open down there at around 88, I do have an alarm set there. Let's check out the order flow chart. So not a whole lot there. You did see some T size divergence here. You saw price react positive from it. Here you're having a delta divergence. So we'll see. It's getting pretty close to end of the market or market close. So we might see a move down here to at least like the weekly POC. Right now, this delta divergence that's building up, don't like it. So for me, I don't think I'm in Schwab anymore, but I might get in tomorrow depending what price action looks like tomorrow morning. Anything else I was looking at? Oh, XYZ. I did end up selling some of my call options just because it was above the price action was below the point of control. You can see here we opened above, went down, tested it. Now we are like above this weekly point of control. So that looks good. Overall with my idea, I do still like it for a move up to like 80s if we get it. If we do halfway, if we jump up, not all the way up there, which is like 30%, sometimes you'll see like the price move like halfway. So that's still like 73. At the very least, the top of this range I think is gonna get tested. So I might move my capital that I had in Schwab long exposure to XYZ calls. And I think my calls also were like for $70 calls for July 18th, but those were under $1. And lately I'd rather not like buy calls that are call contracts that are that cheap, just because most of the calls expire. I feel like we've heard this a few times, or people say this a lot, but most option calls expire worthless. So when they're close to $1, I don't like to get involved with it. There's not as much liquidity than later on if I want to get rid of my contracts. So yeah, hourly chart XYZ looks good. I may get in it later on in a few minutes. Let's do that. GDX, you can see here I had like a paper trade here. We are below the weekly, but we're below the weekly point of control, above the weekly like the previous week's point of control area. So it doesn't look horrible for a move up to 53. Excuse me. Let's see. Reddit. I haven't done too much analyzing into Reddit. I haven't checked out Reddit's chart too much, I should say. I think NASDAQ. I think I was looking at TradeNQ and I found NASDAQ on Robinhood because I was looking for options. But yeah, I think I got chart looked good. I got in somewhere here. Sold today, I think somewhere around here. I do like it for a move to the downside to like 86 or so. I might just do like a paper short here or something like this. Something like that. And we'll label it red. Google, well, that's a 2x chart. Google, we were below the weekly. We ended yesterday like on the weekly point of control section. I do like it for a move. As long as we can stay in this zone here. If we can stay in that zone, I do like it for a move to here to like 177, as that is the weekly, like previous week's point of control and the current monthly developing point of control. So I do like that section. If we take a look at the, yeah, so this is the monthly TPO profile. I thought we were like in that zone still, but no. This is like this monthly point of control zone. So we'll see what price does. But so far, I like Google for at least the end of this week. I like XYZ. Let me take a look at some other stocks. Meta. I realized I didn't check the order flow chart. Let me check XYZ. I think I have it open. CMG. Figs. Okay, let's open XYZ here. Nexo. Okay, so XYZ here you have, this is the Delta 5K. You have a lot of volume coming in here, like 86K relative to the other candles. There's a lot of volume here, so this point of control level would be significant. We are above this level with 53K in volume right now. We do have delta divergences here, but price action wise, let's see, I need to check Google as well. Price action wise, we are above the weekly point of control. It's around market close, so I do like the idea of around market close. We see price go down, and then tomorrow we like either see price go up initially to hit this weekly developing point of control around 65.30 or so. You can see it lines up with this high. And right now, as long as we can stay or price can close above the point of control of this candle, this Delta 5K candle here, which looks like to be around 64.86, then I do like it for a move higher. You can see here the point of control is in this upper section as well. So even if price closes below, we had most of the price action be above this small POC here. Yeah, so that's XYZ. which I may get into along here shortly. Google, yeah, I think Google looks okay. I think it was hitting the weekly developing point of control, or not quite actually, but we'll see. If I turn on the daily, and can I get rid of that? These are my drawings. Okay. So in terms of a daily profile, we are below the point of control, below the daily point of control. Here we're still like in this section, so like in this zone here. So as long as we can stay here, I do still like it for a move up to this upper section. We had the move kind of confirmed here by testing this maze point of control here. We went below it, and now so like this point of control is support based on how price action reacted here. We're above it, and we might get like a 1, 2, 3 push up. Okay, that's Google. I may get into GGGL since it's a daily 2x like market. It's meant to capture twice the price movement, I think. So move up to 35.24 might be something I'm maybe interested in. Let's see, anything else? Oh, let me check Google on TradingView. Not TradingView, XO charts. Okay, so that's Google. Tick size of 1. You have a bullish divergence here, or positive delta here, divergence. You just had a couple candles come in really fast. Oh, let me show you guys something. You can also add the time here. Let's see, time. Okay, so you can see here this candle printed in like a minute. This one, it's been like a few seconds. 7 seconds for this candle, 1 second for this candle. That means you're getting a lot more delta right now. You see here you have positive divergence. So actually, give me 1 second while I check out. Well, do I have it on my screen? No, I don't. So for options, one of the things that I like to do is check out Robinhood, because on Robinhood you can see the open interest, so you can know which options calls like have more, well, open interest. What was the other one? GGLL. Okay. So for July 18th, I think that's the next quickest available. I wish I could show you guys. I think I can switch this around. So if you're looking at portrait, I'm gonna swap the XO charts profile or the XO charts view with my, yeah, there we go, with my Robinhood account, which I don't know that I should do. I don't have a lot in here, and it's not where I do most of my trading anyways. So GGLL Google 2x. So you go to trade options. Sorry. And expiring July 18th. That's the next available date. So here you can see the open interest. So target wise, you're live because it contains. I don't know if I'm still live. I got something that it's not original content, but I mean I'm streaming from Robinhood. Anyway, Um, for Google here, I don't know if I'm live right now. I think I am. But anyways, targeting 35.21 is for me what I like, just an idea, I guess. Not, again, not financial advice. How do I do the price call out? Price notes. There was another price call out, price label. There we go. So 35.24 right now. Price is 32.20, 32.55. That's a 7% move, respectable. So for me, I'm gonna check out what the open interest is for those options contracts. So like around 35. Here you have 644, which is relatively like the highest ones here for the call options that are out of the money. So 35, 644. This is 85 cents right now per. So when you get the option contract, it's times 100, so it'll be what, $85, I think. Yeah. So I might grab a few of these contracts here, and then I might not. This is just like an idea. Again, not financial advice. At the end of the day, when you're looking at these charts, you're the ones hitting the buy and sell button. Let's see. Options. Buy to open. Man, it goes against like my main, not my main, but a recent like rule that I'm trying to implement, which it's to not buy option contracts that are like under $1. Just something like I've noticed. I have had some options, like I have had let some options contracts get close to expiring on Robinhood. And then if you want to get rid of it, sometimes there's no one buying them because like there's basically worthless. So then you're stuck with it and have to like, I don't know. I don't remember how Robinhood processes them. But anyways, I'm just like rambling right now. 3 of those. So let's check out Google again. You see positive delta here coming in. Some. Okay, so I got some contracts with Google, maybe. This is 85 cents. So we'll see how much this. We'll do a paper trade here with you guys. So we'll see how much this contract changes in price by the end of the week. And yeah, I think any other. Sorry. I need to get a drink. Give me 1 second. Okay. Nothing else really. There's nothing else I want to go through today. Overall, GDX looks okay. I don't know about my target here. XYZ, I still really like the idea long term. And like right now, it's kind of above this range. If I throw on a composite, let's see. So for XYZ, we throw on a composite here. We can see we're in this upper section here of this profile, which looks nice, as long as we can stay above this, like in this zone, around 64, 82 or something. I do like it for a move higher. Let's see. If we go take a look at those for a paper trade. 1 second. Okay. So options, we go to